Okay, so this is one of my older trees. It's got a lot of dead wood on it. This was a throwaway plant sitting on the side of the road, and I saved it about 7 or 8 years ago. And so, but I haven't repotted in about 4 years. So it needs some fresh dirt. Now, I don't know. This is kind of how it was before. It's super straight here. I like this branch. I finally got that into a good position over the years. So I was kind of testing it and staring at it. Maybe with an angle like that, I'm not sure. But first things first, I'm gonna go through here, clean out all the moss, all the weeds, kind of scrub it clean. And then I'll get it out of the pot and see how it's gonna be repotted. But I'd like to do a decent video for this tree since it's so old. All right, first step. Okay, got it out to the pot. Lots of fibrous roots, so the tree looks healthy. So now, I'm gonna remove all the wires, and figure out the best angle that I want to repot this. And may end up removing some more of this dead wood too. I just kind of have to get a sense of what the tree is telling me. See, I'm noticing there's a lot of dead wood in here. You can see this? Now I can actually get a gap. So I'm gonna fool around with that for now. So you can see the plumbing, right? This main structure here, all the water's running through it, going up and around all the way to here, right? And it's keeping this alive. There's a lot of wood in here that's died off, right? That is just for show. We can cut it back, we can dye it, we can do a lot of things with it. We just don't want to disrupt the main plumbing. Okay, so still working at it. You can see we're moving a lot. I really like this gap here. So what I'm using is a steel brush, right? And that's allowing me to pull anything off, any moss or rotten wood that easily falls off. It lets me smooth out the bark as well. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing this, seeing what falls off easy. Now the dead wood that stays, I can go in with lime and dye it a white color. Okay, so I'm gonna continue removing dead wood until I figure out where my front is, how it's gonna go into a pot. So keep scrubbing. Now I'm gonna use a little wood carving tool to really get in here and scoop out a lot more of this dead wood. Okay, it's looking very different already. That gap is, I really like that gap. So what I'm thinking, let me zoom out, is I can go in and find some kind of rock that I can bury. And then now that hole is exaggerated, right? If I put this underneath the ground, a rock in here, now that chunk looks bigger and fatter, and it looks like it's missing a part of it, like the inside. So instead of ripping this part off, I think I'll bury it something. 'Something under the ground to help accentuate it. keep working the deadwood now. Okay, so I can tell this chunk right here is dead. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and remove that. Use my chunk splitter. Yeah, this is all dead. So I'm gonna go in here, and for the longest time I hated having a big stump on top. So now I can go in here, remove the deadwood, and now I get more of a skinnier top. Okay, I'm gonna work on that now. Okay, now I've come to a stopping point where I've been putting this off for way too long. So we're at the top now. I've got 3 branches all coming out of the top. I have to lose one of them. So I either have to cut this one out here and let this be the top. Maybe it got struck by lightning, or I need to remove this one. Now I have to keep this one because this one has all the life on it. Okay? It's just that middle piece. I really like this, but having it next to this one, it's too clustered. So I'm gonna remove this one. Wish me luck. So this is kind of cool. It's fooling around with the deadwood, and there's a gap in the plumbing system right there. So definitely gonna fool around with that. Okay, I'm gonna call it good. I don't want to do too much, but I need to clean that out just a little bit more. But now I want to find out how it's going to sit in the pot. That's when the next priority, right? So I'm going to go attack the root system, clean out the old dirt, and get it ready for a new pot. I'll probably use the same pot, but the key with repotting it, one of the main reasons we do it is because, unlike in the ground, the tree eventually runs out of good stuff. Even when we give it fertilizer and food, we need to give it fresh soil about between 3 and 5 years. So we're gonna start that all over. So I need to go through and clean out this. And when I do that, then I can position the tree, however I want. What I'm thinking is something like this, and then bringing that down. So, but I can't do that until I remove some of this dirt. So I'm gonna get into that. Okay, what do you guys think? So I still need to do some wiring on it, and it's back in the original pot. What I made was kind of, the focal point was this hole to be able to look through and see the other side. And then all of this cool deadwood at the base. It's a nice apex here. I spent 4 years with this thing just looking ugly. I just knew it was going to be good material at some point. And pretty happy with it. So get some water on it, let it sit for a little bit, and I'll probably go in and wire hard in the middle of summer. Okay? But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This hole is really cool.